I'm Anjana Wijesinghe. I'm the Group CEO of PBSS Group. The main challenges faced by ERP implementation is related to resistance to change, obviously, because change is something I would say majority of the people do not like. So we have come across many challenges like that. So in addition to that, I would say over customizations, because if you look for a lot of customizations with your ERP implementation, again it is going to be a challenge. Also, if you don't have complete masters, I would say complete data, then again it is going to be a challenge which you may have to face during your implementation process. So these are the main, I would say, points we have come across with our experience during implementation as challenges. Okay, how to overcome these challenges? Main thing would be that you need to have proper planning. That is the key. When it comes to planning, also you have to have a proper system in place for the planning, as well as a team in place. I would suggest to select the most suitable people for your ERP implementation. Then only you can make it a success. Also, since you are making I would say a considerable investment for the ERP implementation, it is essential that the senior management level involvement for the ERP implementation. As you all know, usually ERP implementation takes, let's say, from 6 months to 1 year to 2 years. So it's not a very, I would say, a very long period. But at least during this period, the involvement of the senior management is essential. When it comes to PBSS, with our experience of, I would say, now 22 years, we mainly focus on client working with them throughout the journey. There, the first priority we give is to focus on business scenarios, because it is essential that you focus on business scenarios. For that, our teams usually work with your teams, the client teams, on data preparations, business scenario preparations, cleansing part, all that. We assist the clients in this process, especially business scenarios, because if you miss business scenarios, I would say there could be gaps during ERP implementation that we might not be able to address during the process. Therefore, it is essential that you prepare your business scenarios comprehensively. For that, we give our expertise how to prepare the business scenarios, what do you mean by business scenarios, comprehensive training on preparation of business scenarios, all that. So that includes working with all the stakeholders of the organization from the client end, and using our knowledge and our domain to assist them in that regard. When it comes to ERP implementations, there are 5 steps, I would say, 5 phases to complete the implementation process. In this process, we are starting with the scope discovery. Then it goes into business blueprint. We no more call it business blueprint. We now call it the configuration business scope documentation. That is basically we are mapping the system with your processes, with the client processes. While doing that, we work with the client, as I mentioned previously, on the business scenarios. Then test case writing part, then comprehensive testing part, and the report designing part, all that. Then comes the next phase as the UAT, user acceptance testing, where the customer gets the understanding about the system with the use of it by each user, with the test cases written based on the business scenarios. And finally, the go live and the support, where go live will be happening after completion of the UAT test cases when the system is ready for the go live. So all this, during whole this process, our team will be working with the clients in helping them how to overcome the challenges as we mentioned earlier. Let's say, for example, if there are any business scenario gaps, we help them to understand how those gaps came and to minimize or mitigate those areas. And when it comes to data cleansing also, if the client is having challenges, we work with them by sharing our experience and thoughts to improve the test cases and the business scenarios. So all in all, it's a standard method followed when it comes to implementation, whether it could be an ERP, or it could be a HRM payroll solution, or it could be a Salesforce automation, for example. Okay, resistance to change. It's a critical factor, as mentioned previously also. When a new system comes into play, I would say, there could be users who think that they are unable to cope up with the change. So here only the important question comes, that is how to manage this change. We advise the clients to have a change management process, maybe with the help of a team appointed by the client. They can work with us, where we also help addressing how to mitigate the changes, resistant to the changes. So that way the company can overcome those challenges they may come across, which might otherwise be a threat to the implementation process. Sometimes you won't believe these resistances or changes, resistance to the changes might even affect the ERP process to come to a standstill. So to avoid this, we work with the teams, we work with the client teams on how to manage the changes and what are the steps to be taken to mitigate it, and ultimately everyone get together, everyone participate in the implementation process. They have accommodated all the global standard operations into the product, so it's already designed in such a manner your organization with the implementation of the product will come to a standard with the global standards. So ideally, have an open mind and accept the product first. If there are any gaps with your organization processes, there could be, as I mentioned. Try to minimize the customizations while having only the essential customizations. So that way you can have the privilege of using the product as it is while enjoying minor customizations wherever applicable.